Hi guys, Luke Jones here with the second edition of Q&ARROWS for High Roller Radio. Hope you're all well. I asked for your questions on Twitter and you didn't disappoint. I got some cracking questions here and I'm just going to get on with them because we've got a lot to get through. First question is from author Henry Cheel and he says, when you were there, which game had the most atmosphere? Knowing full well what I'm going to say. Obviously, all the games, they were brilliant. They all had a good atmosphere. Gary Anderson, Mervyn King was a brilliant atmosphere in that game. I think half of Scotland were down for that one. But it has to be the MVG v Durham game. It was absolutely unbelievable. Crowd were just engrossed in the action all the way through. And then at the end, all singing Glen Durrant's name. If you haven't seen the video, go over to my Twitter page or High Roller Radio, because it still gives me goosebumps now. It was an amazing atmosphere. Question is DJ Gandolfini and he asks, favourite match at the 2019 World Matchplay and why? I want to say it was one of the best match plays ever. There were some cracking games, but I think in terms of quality, I think the Daryl Gurney and Peter Wright match in the quarter-final, the standard was absolutely outstanding. Peter Wright 104.5 average, but it wasn't enough. Gurney he was brilliant on the doubles, so I think I'd have to go with that. It was a brilliant match. Moving on, next question, we've got Charlie Gray. What's your two thoughts on the Glen Durrant and MVG game? And Rob Cross has come back from 15-9 against Gurney. Well, first and foremost, Glen Durrant against Van Gerwen. The standard was phenomenal. I thought that was Van Gerwen. He played, that's the best I've seen him play in months. Started off a bit dodgy, but then they both just got into it and it was just unbelievable to watch. Rob Cross has come back. I think Rob Cross, he played brilliant from 15-9 down, but I have to say Daryl Gurney missed a lot of chances and I think he'll be kicking himself. He blew it, let's be honest. Next question, we've got MUFC Jake Darts and he asks, how long do you think it'll take for Gurney to recover from that loss against Cross? Yeah, I think it'll take a good while for him to get over that, because it's the manner in which he lost to Cross. He was in control of the game and he just missed chance after chance to let Cross back in. So I don't know exactly how long it'll take, but it's not something he'll get over overnight, that's for sure. And next we've got at JMS Red 180. Outside the obvious, who was your best performer, biggest disappointment? There was a few that impressed me. Glen Durrant, he was on his match play debut, was absolutely phenomenal. Michael Smith had a brilliant run, but I think in terms of, he hasn't been in great form this year and he stepped up this. I think I gotta say Stephen Bunting, he got lucky in the first two games. He got let off a bit, but against Rob Cross, he was 9-4 down and he just from then on he just played some brilliant darts. I know he lost in the end, but it's the best we've seen Bunting play on TV for a long, long time. My biggest disappointment on a personal level, because as you all know, I'm a big Gerwyn Price fan. Yeah, I think that's the biggest disappointment for me because he just when the draw came out, I thought is a good draw. In all due respect to Stephen Bunting, I thought it was a kind draw for Gerwyn Price, but it just wasn't happening for him up there for whatever reason. I think he was trying too hard as well, but it just sometimes it just doesn't happen on the big stage, and hopefully it's just one of those things. So yeah, that's the biggest disappointment for me. Next question, Joe Kilda. At what point does MVG's poor form become a problem? I think that game against Glendarrant, he showed like what he could do, and he showed the real MVG towards the back end of that match. Although he lost, I think it's something he can take huge confidence from. So yeah, it's not. I don't think it's a massive crisis yet, but I think he does need to win a tournament pretty soon. Next question, we've got the darts connoisseur. Will the bullet keep having deep runs on a regular basis? Obviously, Stephen Bunting he's talking about it. Um, I don't think you, I don't think you do it on a regular basis because I think in all due respect to Stephen Bunting, I think there's a lot better players out there than him. But I don't see why he can't have runs now and again because he is a brilliant player and he should take a lot of confidence from his World Matchplay run. Next we got Meryl Van Selm says, because she's Dutch. I've been reading a lot about the Dutch players. People asking, do we have to worry about Dutch darts? Based on the match play, 4 being kicked out in round 1 and MVG in round 2. What do you think? I think I don't think Dutch darts is in a bad place. I think Van Gerwen, although he's going through a rough patch at the minute, I think he's too good of a player not to bounce back. I think eventually he's going to bounce back, and I think he's going to start winning everything again. And you've got youngsters like Jeffrey Desvan, who I think is going to be the next big thing in Dutch darts. We've got Danny Noppert playing well lately. Jermaine Watamina's doing decent as well. So I don't think there's a lot to worry about at the moment. Next question we've got from Darts 180, and he said, it hurts me to see MVG playing so bad this year, and he did win the Worlds, but as a huge fan, I stand by him having an easy run. So question is, Luke, is he on the decline? I don't think it's the players that got better, because his performances have been dire. Well, certainly lately his performances haven't been good at all. But in terms of the long term, I think I can't see him now bouncing back. I think he's far too good of a player just as well roll over and have his tummy tickled. Soon enough, we're gonna see the real MVG, and I think he'll be winning title after title again. So yeah, it's nothing. I don't think it's anything to panic about just yet. And next question we've got from Matt McCallion. Judging by the way that Rob Cross and Bully Boy played, how many world titles do you think they'll win between them? It's a tough one to answer. Judging by the fact they're both still only 28 years of age, they both got a long time still left in the game, and they've only got one between them at the moment. But I'd say, judging by the talent as well, between 5 and 10, I think. I can't see them winning much more than that because the standard now is just unbelievable. I think, yeah, between 5 and 10, that's realistic. Next one is from Liverpool fan 1234. I like that name because I'm a Liverpool fan myself. And he asks, what was your favourite game, intensity wise and drama wise? I think my favourite game, obviously Gerwyn Price bunting in the first round, but that wasn't my favourite game because I'm a Gerwyn Price fan. I think my favourite game, because I was there as well, I think it was Michael Van Gerwen and Glenn Durrant. The intensity was, yeah, I think because it was so warm in the venue as well, it just made it more intense. And the drama was brilliant because Michael Van Gerwen, I think he came from 8-5 down, and he just came roaring back, and then it was back and forth, back and forth. And the atmosphere was incredible. So I think I'd have to go with that one. Next one we've got from James Joyce. Given all we've seen and taking bad good luck, crowds, dropped out darts out of the equation, basing solely on overall performance from start to finish, is Rob Cross the deserved winner? Easy answer to me, yeah. I think whoever puts that last dart in the double to win the trophy is a deserved winner. I think the way he came back from 14-9 down against 15-9, sorry, against Gurney, the way he came back from that was brilliant. And what champions do when they go behind, they fight back. They don't give up, and he showed some brilliant fighting qualities. And then in the final, he just stormed to a 9-0 lead and just kept in front all the way. So yeah, 100% he's a deserved winner, and it's great to see him win another major title. Next one is from Rhys Thomas, Welshman like myself. Hey! Jackpot. What's not working for him in your opinion? Such a talented player. Would love to see him challenging for majors again. I'm fairly new to darts, so I missed him at his best. Yeah, Adrian Lewis, I think when he was at his best, winning world titles and playing at an unbelievable standard, it was his action. It was nice and smooth. He'd bring the dart back and just throw. But nowadays, his action seems more mechanical, more methodical. Brings it back and kind of stutters. So he slowed his throw right down, and it really isn't working for him, as the results show. And maybe it's a confidence thing as well. Maybe that's got something to do with it. But I think the best Adrian Lewis is when he speeds up and just throws, because he's arguably the most naturally gifted darts player there's ever been. So I think he just needs to go back to basics, to be honest. Next question, we've got, bear with me a second, here we go. Thomas Morrissey, what's your take on Smith's reaction to beating Deza, and his comments after seemed like he had something against Deza, and I can't see why? I think it was just purely heat of the moment, because Michael Smith's not a disrespectful guy. I think when players have just come off stage, adrenaline is still pumping. He just got into the World Matchplay final, so I don't think it was any disrespect towards Glenda and myself. Next question we've got from Jamie Goodenough, and he asks, who has surprised you most in terms of the performance levels this year, and who has disappointed you the most? I think impressed, I think, is Glenn Durrant, because he got his tour card in January in Q School, and although I thought he would be quite successful in the PDC, I didn't envisage him having the run he's had this year with the two titles, semi-finals on his debut with the World Matchplay, and he's been posting some monstrous averages as well. So yeah, he's impressed me a lot. Disappointed, maybe someone like Darren Webster. I know he's had problems with his arm this year, but his results haven't been great. I think hopefully, he says he's got his arm sorted. I think hopefully you'll pick up. Also Simon Whitlock, he hasn't been great this year either. Yeah, off the top of my head, I think maybe Darren Webster, Simon Whitlock, someone like that. Next one, we got Fred O'May. Do you think Price's amazing form has come to an end for now? Seems to have gone off the boil a bit. Obviously he hasn't been performing as well now as he was at the beginning of the year, but winning them 2 Pro Tour titles, he was phenomenal. I think he bounced back. They had the World Matchplay. Hopefully it was just one of those games where it just didn't click. But I think he'll bounce back. Fingers crossed he'll win a title by the end of the year. I think he could definitely win one. But yeah, I think he'll be back. And next one we've got Ian O'Cleary. Do you feel the players need to start looking at better conditioning for themselves to cope with heat, longer duration matches, as during tournaments looked like some players ran out of energy? Yeah, I think I see players saying it themselves. I think with the tournaments, there's a lot of tournaments about now, and the Pro Tour games is all in one day, so there's a lot of matches. And UK Open, you've got a lot of matches on the Sunday. You can play, I think it's 3 or 4 matches in one day. So I think yeah, fitness does come into that now. I know it sounds stupid because you're just using your arm, but if you're unfit, you just get fatigued. So I think that a lot of players do need to start looking at the fitness and the diet. Um, yeah, I think that helps a lot. So that's all the questions. I hope you I hope I answered them well enough for you. If I didn't, I apologise. I just want to thank you all for getting involved. I really appreciate it. I couldn't do it without your questions. I really appreciate if you can leave your comments in the comment section, because I always love feedback. And subscribe to High Roller Radio, and you can follow Luke Jones on Twitter if you want. Until next time, again, thank you very much.